Hello Crypto Universe, this is TechMan34 back with another detailed guide. Today we have a walkthrough on the Antminer D3, the X11 Asic miner. I'm going to walk you through setting it up, and I'm also going to talk through some profit tips because I see a lot of people freaking out right now. When we bought these things and they were making $150 a day, now they're making $5 a day. And so I'm going to talk through some options that we have to try to help us maximize our profits in this situation. So let's get into it. All right, so what do you need? You need the Antminer D3. It's the X11 Algo ASIC from Bitmain. The process is the same though for setting up your L3s, your S9s, and so forth. You need a power supply with 10 PCIe connections. So I'm using the APW3++ from Bitmain, but you can use like an EVGA 1600 watt G2, something like that as well, will work just fine. You need a power cord that is basically just your standard computer cord. It's 14 gauge and it's got a C13 connection. You need an Ethernet cable. This is just a standard internet cable. And you need an IP scanning tool. I'm going to use Advanced IP Scanner. I will put a link below for that, but it's very easy to use and it is free. You need your pool settings. So I'm going to show you how to mine BTC on Nicehash and also various X11 alts. And you need payout addresses. And that's pretty self-explanatory, but I will walk you through that. Now, before we get into it, let's talk about the profit considerations a little bit because a lot of people are freaking out. I'm seeing people posting about how Bitmain is just a flat-out scammer, that they're selling these ASICs and then they're going down so much. But listen, this is the nature of ASICs, and this is why this is a good reminder for me as well why GPU mining is better. ASICs do something specific to that coin when they hit the market. They flood the network hash rate, the difficulty goes through the roof, and everybody that's mining on that coin gets less of that coin. So everybody that's mining gets less profits. And when we ordered these things back in the summer, August timeframe or so, they were making like $150 to $170 a day. And now here we are in November, we are, making $5 a day. So a lot of people are selling these things at a loss, okay? Which they literally are selling them for cheaper than they bought them from Bitmain. And, that's certainly an option. And if you really need your money back right away, that's fine. However, I do not recommend that, okay? Just like anything else in crypto, when you are in different positions, things can change very quickly, and you can go from a not so profitable situation to a highly profitable situation very quickly if you can wait it out. Okay, now once you take a loss, once you sell the equipment, that's it. Your loss is locked in. It's just like a bad trade that you're in. It could turn around for you, but if you cut and sell at that loss, then that loss is now hard. You've recognized that loss. So you have other options. You can mine for $5 a day on Nicehash, for example, and hope BTC goes up. You can mine Dash for $5 a day and hope Dash goes up. Or you can mine other smaller cap X11 coins at $5 and hope they go up. So let's think about this, right? So if we're talking, right now, the payback period, let's go ahead and get our calculator up. All right, so we're talking about, we spent roughly 1,500, actually, you know what, between shipping and everything else, let's do 1,600 divided by 5. Right now we're looking at a 320 day ROI. That's your break even, right? However, all right, let's think about this for a minute, because when we are mining at $5 a day, that's if you mine and you cash out essentially, or if you're holding BTC, or if you cashed out into BTC. Now, what we really want to do is get to a point where we could say we're making $25 a day, right? That would be a good ROI. That's roughly 60 days instead. And so you have to ask yourself, which is more likely to go up, 5x or even 3x, right? 3x would be $15 a day. That's roughly a 3.5 month ROI, which is still pretty good, right? So in looking at the market caps of BTC, for BTC to triple or 5x right now, it'd be very difficult, right? That's a ton of money. Hundreds of billions, right, for it to do that. For Dash is a very large market cap. What is that? You know, I haven't even looked lately, but multiple billions, right? It's a pretty large market cap. So even for that, again, it's a much larger ship, so it's harder to turn, right? It's harder to impact for a 3x or a 5x. So what I'm looking to do is mine smaller cap X11 coins like MUE, like CANN, and some other coins that have a much higher likelihood of going up 3x or 5x during the next alt season pump, right? So if you can wait it out, yes, you're making $5 a day now, but if you can wait it out and sell into strength on a pump, and you can even stack your orders for the future and kind of wait for it, then you're looking at being able to get that kind of ROI that we anticipated and that we hoped for as we got into this, right? So my tip here, guys, is to just be patient. Don't freak out and sell at a loss and lock in your hard loss now. My recommendation is to go ahead and mine some of these other coins, and then let's wait it out and see what the market does. On the next altcoin rally, if you recall, if you were around last summer, you literally saw every Poloniex coin and every Bittrex coin go up at some point, many multiples, right? That was just the nature of the market. And, you know, markets are in cycles. We've had some accumulation and some bear channels on these alts as BTC did its thing. But at some point, you know, these altcoins are probably going to correct. So there is an opportunity, I think, for us to still see a good ROI and a good return on our investment on these ASICs. Now, that being said, am I buying more of these? Probably not, right? But I have bought some, and so that's the plan for what I already have, right? That's how I'm going to try to recoup and maximize my profit. So hope you got some value out of that. Now, let's get into the setup itself. All right, so you want to unbox your D3 and your power supply, get everything plugged up, make sure all 10 PCIe connections are plugged up, and plug up your internet, and then get it started. Then you're going to download the advanced IP scanner install. You're going to just complete the steps, next, okay kind of thing, pretty straightforward stuff. And then you're going to run the advanced IP scanner. And once you do that, then you're going to see a scan button. You're going to hit that scan button and let it scan your network to find your Antminer. Now, you won't be able to find it until you're hearing your Antminer roar, and you'll know what I mean by roar when you hear it take off like a jet after about a minute or so. But if it's roaring, if it's, you know, sounding like it's a jet and it's still not being found on the network, then you may need to turn off your Windows firewall, scan it again, find it, and then turn it back on. So I'm going to show you that process real quick. You just turn off the Windows firewall, and then you're going to rescan. Don't forget to turn it back on afterward, but hit scan again, and now you should see your Antminer show up. It may not have the name Antminer, but you'll see it there, and then you'll find the IP, log into that IP in your browser, and then use root and root for the username and password. You may need to pause this video as I move through the steps, but I want to show you everything. And then you're going to click on the administration tab there to change your password. Now, to get your Antminer set up for mining BTC on Nicehash, do a quick Google search for X11 Antminer D3 setup on Nicehash. This first hit from Mr. Gary Guthrie on Steemit has some good information you can copy and paste. I'm going to include this down in the description below as well. Based on your location, USA, EU, Japan, etc., you can log into the different Nicehash servers. You are going to set up that stratum information in your miner configuration tab of your Antminer. All right, so you're going to copy that, X11 USA for myself, for example, and then you're going to paste in your wallet address dot worker name. Okay, it can be any BTC address. Does not have to be registered for a Nicehash account. You can mine to any BTC address. Okay, so I'm going to copy what I have down here below, but just again, any BTC address, dot, and then worker name is the format for the worker. The URL was that stratum that we copied, and the password is X. Okay, then you hit save and apply. It's going to take a minute, and then you're going to see your D3 reflected on Nicehash. And you can do that by searching nicehash.com/miner/ and your full BTC address. Okay, and then you'll see your worker there. You'll see the speed, and you can make sure that they're all connected properly. Okay, that 20,000 mega hash is going to fluctuate up and down, and it should average out to the 19,300 that they're supposed to mine at. All right, and the next step is to get set up on multipool.us. This will be for mining your alts. And then up at the top, you're going to see a register button. Fill out the information in the Join Our Pool section. And then once you get logged back in, you are going to scroll down here on the home page, and you'll see the various servers that you are going to connect to for CAN, MUE, Dash, etc. These stratum pools you can literally copy and paste into your miner configuration page of your Antminer. Okay, to set up your worker, the easiest way is to go to Account and then Workers, and then add a worker, and then it'll have your account ID already built in, and then you just put in the ID of the device to signify that worker name. Very straightforward. And then to get your information to copy and paste, you can also go down on the Help tab. This is very helpful. You can choose your region, choose your coin. Don't worry about the miner because we're using the Antminer. And choose your worker, and then it'll pre-populate information for you to copy. So you can copy in this command line field that's provided, copy the stratum information all the way from stratum all the way through the port. Copy that. That is your actual stratum URL for the pool in the miner configuration tab. So paste that in your URL field. Then go back to multi-pool and grab your worker, which is your account name, dot, and then your worker device name. And then paste that into your worker field. Password remains as X. Very straightforward. Hit save and apply, and that's it. You are now mining that coin that you set up based on that port. Very straightforward, guys. I've been mining with no issues on multipool. I've been mining Dash, I've been mining CAN and MUE. Go to your workers again to make sure you can see them registering on the server, and then go to your payout settings and set up your addresses to cash out periodically. Payout settings, and you just add your addresses. I'm currently sending them to Bittrex, and my strategy, as I mentioned, will be to mine primarily the lower cap coins and then stack orders on the books at various increments, a double, a triple, 5x, and so forth. And then that way, when these big pumps come, your orders are already on the books. If you try to wait and mine to a separate address and then send them over when you see a big pump, you will miss the pump, guys, at least on the major run-up. You may get a longer-term trend play, but I recommend having the coins ready and at that stage. And just a tip, if you are going to mine alts, then have your first two pools set up for alts and your third failover pool to mine BTC on Nicehash, and vice versa. So that way, the likelihood of multi-pool and Nicehash being down at the same time is very low. So that's it, guys. Hope you got some value out of this D3 Asic Miner setup video. If you have any questions, please post them below. Please like the video. It helps others find this video. And subscribe for more great crypto mining content. As always, thanks for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.